Hi there. Yeah, so many uploads in such a short time. It's almost like I'm trying to upload. So first and foremost, to my main audience, I apologize. I know that a lot of you, this is not the content that you subscribed for, but I promise you that it does sort of feed into my overall story, or my cuento, if you will. Cuento being the Filipino word for story. Um, I have no idea if this video is ever going to make it live. I hope it will, but I don't know. It all really depends on the response I get from another video that may or may not go live. And if you're seeing this video, the first one probably went live. Me talking about do MCNs have to suck, or should they suck less, or whatever. But I'm trying to keep sort of a mental log of where I'm at with this, because I have a pretty big decision to make and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm very much in the decision making process, and I sort of need to, in a therapy type way, I need to sort of get this out into the world, verbalize my thoughts, and all that stuff. So that's what we're going to do here. But I'd like to focus this for you and for me. Um, so, uh, somebody recently came to me and said something along the lines of, I was on Facebook and I saw that person X or whatever said that you would do anything for fame, or something along those lines. Now, this person who said this to me, they have their reasons for telling me that. I'm going to leave that be. Whether it's true or not is kind of irrelevant. The point of the matter is that either A, random person on the internet completely misunderstands what I do online and why I do what I do online, and what my motivations are. Or B, person super close to me understands my motivations or misunderstands my motivations. Or C, person super close to me knows that that would get under my skin. I don't know. Could be any one of those things. I don't know, and it doesn't matter. But I would like to sort of explore that idea, um, in so that I don't think I've ever really explained why I create videos. I've never really explained why I enjoy helping other content creators. Never really explained any of that stuff. I mean, maybe on a very surface level, but never in depth. So, I, for the longest time, when I was a kid and all that, amongst my peers at the very least, always have had trouble fitting in. I was kind of a weird kid. Um, I got bullied and picked on, and all that stuff, because I was just different. When I was younger, I was in this remedial classes, which means that certain subjects, like, for instance, in my case, math and English, I was not schooled with the rest of my peers. I was pulled out, and I was taught by a secondary teacher who could help people who had learning disabilities, or who just needed an extra hand, or needed things to be explained in a more one-on-one, or less, 30 students to one teacher type thing. And of course, I got bullied for being in those classes. I got bullied because my interests were different than a lot of my peers. And a lot of that really hasn't changed. Now, I will say this, as an adult, nobody cares what your interests are. My neighbors, my coworkers, they can be interested in whatever the heck they want. And I don't know if this is, just the changing times, or the fact that, fitting in is so much more important as a kid than it is as an adult. I don't know. I'm far from a psychologist, or so I'm not gonna sit and try to unpack that. But generally speaking, yeah. So yeah, so I'm kind of used to being on the outside of things. But there's a great feeling when you are a part of something, when you can legitimately say, I helped do something, I helped build something, I helped people, I helped build a community, I helped bring people together for a common goal. And it's so cool and interesting with YouTube and content creators, because you are helping build. Yeah, everyone has their own interests. Okay, everyone wants to go from 5 subscribers all the way up to 5 million. Everybody wants that. And the great thing about building a community is getting people to see past that self-interest ever so slightly and into what can be built together, what can come of that. And I absolutely love that. I love, I love helping people. I love figuring out ways for other people to help other people. I love feeling like I have made an impact. I love feeling like I have left some kind of a legacy. And I don't mean a legacy as in like having my name on a building or whatever. I mean actually having made an impact in people's lives. Hopefully for the better. That's what makes me wake up in the morning with a smile on my face. I never expected that. That was, as I was growing up or whatever, I had no idea that this is, what I enjoyed. There's no idea what I enjoyed doing. I'm fairly certain that YouTube content creator and person who helps YouTube content creators was never even on like the list of things that my guidance counselor in school was like, oh, so what do you want to be when you grow up? First off, content creator wasn't a job back then. It definitely wasn't something that people could, it wasn't a thing, let alone a thing people could, make money at. And, I never in a million years would have imagined that. And I do enjoy creating content myself to a lesser degree. The things that I do on this channel, the vlogs, the things like that, I enjoy that to an extent. But it's not a replacement for feeling like you've made a bigger impact on the world. So yeah, that's kind of why I do what I do. I know a lot of the people who subscribe to this channel and normally watch, they have zero clue, because I don't usually talk about like the work part of what I do on this channel. I did in the beginning, and then sort of the travel vlogs and the stuff about the Philippines really blew up. And, I've kind of vaguely mentioned it here and there. But a lot of it has been sort of behind the scenes. And when I left my previous employer, even though it's not binding, I had a 1 year, what's the word I'm looking for? Non-compete clause. And my previous employer did right by me. Very right by me. They gave me a lot of skills, a lot of tools that I could learn from, and that I could, use for other things. And even in some of my most dire moments of frustration, that things weren't happening the way I had hoped or whatever, I had always been very grateful. Um, and, of course, I'm going to honor the spirit of that. But now I'm at a spot where I'm not bound by that, either legally or spirit or in spirit. Um, and I miss it. I miss the ability to reach out and to help people, and do that as a part of my work. Um, you know, I genuinely do. I miss it, but I don't know. I I genuinely really hope that one day I can make as big of an impact as I once did, and a much larger one, because I a lot of people feel a need to be accepted by other people, and I guess I have that, though mine is more I have a need to not be rejected by other people, which maybe is the same thing. Maybe there's a slight difference there. I don't know. But my need as far as that on a social level isn't so much, I mean, is different than that. It's not just to be accepted or rejected. It's also to help, to build. And what do I know? What skills do I have? What is it that I can do that will touch as many people as possible in a non-creepy way, of course. Um, I can help people get their messages out. I can help people, as Tim Schmoyer says, help people, um, affect change and change lives, or something. It's been a while since I've watched anything Tim's put out, but I mean, his messaging is similar to that. Like, you know, how can you how can you help people do something that they're passionate about? Because it's all about scale, right? So if I go out and I start making videos about something that I'm passionate about, I can potentially reach 1 million people, let's say. Or I can work with other content creators on on their messaging, and I can help them understand some of the basics, the psychology, the sociology behind what it is, how people form, emotional bonds, and they want to become a part of something, and all that. I can work with, you know 3 creators, and because of my input, instead of reaching 1 million people, I've now reached indirectly 3 million people. I've helped them find something that they're passionate about, or maybe it's not even a passion thing, maybe it's an information thing, depending on the situation. I've worked with sort of education channels in the past, and those are even better because you're making content that legitimately changes people's minds, informs them, and it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. Um, YouTube's probably never gonna make me rich. Let me rephrase that. YouTube may not make me wealthy, but the feeling I get that helping other people and whatnot makes me rich in here. Oh, also, I should say the Tube Buddy shirt, completely unrelated to any of the stuff I'm talking about. And they're not a sponsor or anything like that. It's just a shirt I happen to be wearing. I should have changed that before I started this video, but we're too deep now. Man, I just want to do this thing. So no, if you're out there and you think that I will do anything for fame. First off, talking behind people's back is stupid. Don't do that. Second, you're wrong. You're so wrong. Before I left the Philippines, I had a few different opportunities to essentially be famous. Brand spokesman deals, things like that. And I turned it all down. I walked away because my mom really wanted me home. And there was a lot of stuff that I'm still not going to go into. But I will say that my mom's health wasn't doing all that great. Or, you know, yeah. I had to be here. And if I was the kind of person who would have done anything to be famous, I wouldn't be sitting in this bedroom right now. I'd be sitting probably on a beach somewhere, probably hanging out with, other influencers, whatever the case is. But that's not me, bro. Or sis. Bro, sis. I just want to help people. I just want to feel like I've done as much with my life as possible. I'm not a college-educated man. I'm not a man of means. I don't have tons and tons of money in the bank, but I have industry experience. I have a love for what I do. I have passion. And gosh darn it, I just can't imagine what my life would be right now if I wouldn't have made the friends that I have through doing things on YouTube. And I can't imagine what my life would be if I would have never found this as an outlet. Simple as that. But hey, you know what? Yeah. So that was the question. That was my outlet. I should probably, if this video goes live, should probably go ahead and leave you with a question. So let me know in the comment section down below why you do what you do. It doesn't necessarily have to be content creation, YouTube, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter. Why is it that you do whatever it is you're passionate about, right? That could be, why did you become a parent? That could be, why do you restore cars in your spare time? Why do you make dinner for your family every night when you don't necessarily have to? You could always order out. Why do you, whatever it is that makes your heart sing, why do you do that? Just curious. All right. Anyways, also let me know how you feel about this format. I don't know. Again, I don't know if I'm going to post this video. I don't know if I posted the last one. But there are just so many things going around. I just need to kind of document. Let me know. Comment section down below. Till next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all those things that absolutely make me love my job here on YouTube. Also, be awesome to yourself and amazing to each other. Bye. See, there's that awkward part where I got to reach over and I got to hit the stop recording button.